So, ORDI, you know quite a lot about the BRC20 tokens, or um, what do you want to call it?
Well, just
Industry? Is it
the
industry?
Bitcoin babies, aren't they?
Bitcoin
Bitcoin babies.
babies?
Yeah. Um, yeah, I started to, I was, because I've gone through a couple of bull runs and there's always been some sort of like collection of coins that actually run harder than anything else. And I thought to myself, there will be something, I just don't know what. And in March of this year, we were blessed with BRC20. And it's the ability to build off of Bitcoin. Historically, it's that you've only been able to build off Ethereum, and then obviously the other coins have come. But Bitcoin's been an entity in itself where there's been nothing that you can build off. And a guy, don't know his probably would know his name when I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but he created the ability to build off Bitcoin, and hence the birth of BRC20 tokens. And it was filled with hype. And as you can see from chart, it absolutely just blasted off. And then, as usual, everyone lost all the money.
Yeah,
You had to be massively in the know to make money on this first run. What's the drop? 90.
90.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I
It's
I
normal.
bought,
That's normal.
yeah, just the normal drop. Um, and there's been a few coins that have launched that are not really showing any signs, but um, there's a platform that you can buy called Ordinals,
Mm,
and hence there is the ORDI token and the
right,
NALS token.
right.
So ORDI's number one. ORDI's the first token that was created, I do believe. And since then, there's been several built off it, and it's going to be the same old. That there'll be coins that shine and they've got use and they really are needed, and then there's others that are just quick pump and dump coins, and they will, you know, go to dust. But
So what
this,
what is ORDI then? Is ORDI the gas token?
yeah, yeah, it's literally like it hasn't really got a use case at
Okay.
this moment. It's almost like it's waiting to find its use, like when Sol was first created.
Mm,
Um, and then all of a sudden people start building off it and realizing that this has got a use for transactions. So this is what stage we're in with a load of these coins. I mean, Track's got a use already. And Audi will have. I mean, I've just not even read about it, but a lot of these coins have just been created because they can be used with Bitcoin, and their use case will evolve as the developers take time to build off it.
mm.
But this massive pump that we saw yesterday, the day before, is listing on Binance.
Listed on Binance. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's not done the usual Binance thing by just
It was
collapsing.
yesterday, literally 2 days ago, 3 days ago, almost 100%. You're right, because usually you would expect a good 50% retrace, and it didn't. It's going on up. It still might, but it's going on up. Interestingly, I went on to Binance. So I'm in the UK. I went on to Binance to buy some ORDI, to buy some more ORDI, and first of all, I was met with a load of questions like a questionnaire I had to fill in from Binance to be able to continue. I hadn't used Binance in a few months, and then I could not find ORDI. I searched and searched, and it wouldn't show it to me. And eventually it did. I logged out, I logged back in again. So I thought maybe those questions needed like register or something. The old turn it off, turn it back on again. And I did find ORDI, I did find the pair, but it said that this symbol is not available to me. So
Crazy.
they must be restricting the types of coins that are available to buy in the UK now on certain exchanges, centralized exchanges. So for anyone wanting to buy ORDI, it is available at the minute on crypto.com. And if you could buy it on a decentralized exchange, can't you? You can buy it
Yeah,
on
you can buy on
Alex Labs.
Ordinals and Unisats, Gates.io, but like I can't buy anything on Gate.io because I'm UK, so I
Yeah.
think it's just maybe US that can use
Mm.
Gate.io.
So it is something to be aware of in the UK. There's a lot more regulations coming in bit by bit, and so I think we are going to start becoming more restricted about what's available to us in the regulated centralized exchanges. But DEXs are still there.
Yeah,
I actually did buy a little bit on Alex Labs, already, but because it's available on crypto.com, I will buy there, so it's easier. Um, so I actually did buy some already. This is my entry here when the $7
oh,
mark.
well done.
The reason I bought on OKX way over here during the summer, so it was available, but now it's not. So I had to buy more on OKX, and then it just wasn't. It just wasn't there. So I did not have my Tiger indicator there, which is this bottom indicator here, because otherwise I would have got in around here where the histogram crosses the trend line, and also I would have bought this retest here. I would have bought it. I would have
Yeah.
bought it around $3, but I didn't. I didn't have already. I didn't have my indicator on it over here because it was in development, and then by the time I got over here, I wasn't paying enough attention. So the reason I was thinking about this, why did I buy already? I bought it because it had already retraced. I remember it already retraced about 70-80%. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy because, like you say, it had these came from out of nowhere and exploded in such a crazy run. I thought, well, I'd rather have a little bit, I'd rather a few $100s worth now and take the chance that it could do well, than not be in at all. So that's why I bought over here before I had the indicator. I wasn't really using TA. I think it fell through here. I thought, yeah, I think I'll buy a little bit. So yeah, so I am in. I do have some, but I'm definitely going to pick up more. So
Yeah.
for anyone who's in a position of not having any, or like me, doesn't have that much, how do you get in? How do you buy?
I mean, I think it will be volatile.
Yeah.
I mean, I was saying I bought at 16. And do you know what? It's a saving grace because crypto.com would only allow you to buy 4. And I
All right.
bought 4. Yeah, that's where I bought it. And then before I knew it, it had crashed. And so I bought 4 more and I bought them about 10 at 10. And then that I've bought it all the way through this.
Okay.
So
Right. Okay.
that I bought the whole way. I bought it
Yeah.
at 7. I bought it at but the majority of it, I've got well over half positioning at the bottom, 3s, 4s, and 5s,
Okay.
which I am hugely grateful for because
Yeah.
if I'd have been allowed to buy more at 16, I would have bought more.
Yeah.
And it's just been that were a blessing that I was restricted. And I think that this coin hasn't even started.
Yeah.
Once it's listed on an exchange like Binance, and maybe KuCoin will pick it up as well because um, they've got very few BRC20s. So I'm hoping that they'll, because
Yeah.
they're much more relaxed on all of us. You know, the Americans can use Coup. So once it goes on to that sort of like exchange, America's obviously one of the biggest countries for being interested in crypto and buying crypto. Then you could see another great big pump there, and that would be good for us.
Yes. Just looking at these, there isn't much TA to go, historical price action to go off, but these are key levels here.
Yeah.
16 and 19 and a half, 20. I mean, it may just blast through, I don't know, but it's the same thing what I was saying in the Bitcoin video where I just watched the EMAs, it won't just keep going up forever. It will always come back down, even if it goes sideways and the EMA comes up to meet it. So that's what I'd be looking out for. I'd be looking out for it reaching some sort of level or starts to cool off and cool down, and then when it comes back towards the 9, I'm buying more. I actually did want to buy more yesterday, but I couldn't figure out how to buy it, because I was distracted by the fact I couldn't buying OKX, and then Binance gave me I had such hassle filling in all the questionnaire, and then I couldn't find it. I didn't in the end buy any. And then I went to buy some today, and it had already gone up. So that's what happens. You sleep, literally, you sleep and you miss it.
I
So,
know. These
but
doors don't shut, do they? It's like if you're in stocks, it's only open for like 6, 8 hours a
yeah,
day, and like then you can go off and have a life. You can't have a life in crypto because it don't shut. So
I think it's like, you know, for anyone watching this, you know, like try not to worry or get annoyed or upset because that happens. Like just laugh. You know, I slept. I literally missed it. It's just the opportunities will always arise. You know, if you don't have any already, the opportunity to buy it will happen. Yes, it would have been great if you bought it 3 or you bought it before that, you know, but that doesn't mean you can't make money. You know, one of my mentors used to say, you don't have to capture the whole move to make money. You know,
true.
you just have to capture some of the move to make money. And I think if you always have that, I'd rather double my money than have none. You know, will someone
Mhm.
else 10x your money, you know, but and I only like 2x my money, but don't think about it like that. Well, you still 2x'd it, you know, you still got in. So as
Mm,
long as the idea is to capture some of the move, to
yeah,
get in and
and
get out and capture it and
and
find the money.
just because this coin has had a huge move, it is A, because it's brand new. B, there's a massive amount of FOMO around it, and C, it's just had an exchange listing. Like we are so early, but that a couple of guys that I'm helping to learn how to understand indicators and trade. One of them said to me the other day, every time I fib it, it's hit the fib, and I've missed it, I've missed it, I've missed it, and I'm like saying to him, no, always look on the weekly and then scroll out and see the bigger picture. And even with these huge moves that some of these coins have had, it is so pathetic the move compared to what it could do. You are early days. It's time to start nibbling in
Yeah,
and don't just don't go all in. If you don't know what you're doing and you know you want to be part of it, then DCA.
just DCA.
Spend, $10 every week buying that same coin
Yeah,
until it starts going parabolic, then stop, and then hopefully you'll know enough about TA to get out.
yeah. That's it. I totally agree with you. I think there's a tendency to keep waiting, and you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and before you know it, it's like doubled in price, 3 times the price of the one that you just started. So if you are totally new and you're just thinking, I don't know what EMAs are, I don't know what fibs are, I don't know how to do that, it's beyond me. Like just do what you're saying, you know, just DCA. All that means is you just get your pot of money. So say you want $200, you just chop it up into like 10 parts, for instance, whatever you can do, whatever you want, and just go every 2 days I'm going to buy $10, or every 3 days, or every 5 days, or every week, or I'm going to buy $10 on a red day when the candle's
Mm,
red. So that you just get an average entry.
yeah.
And I think we're early bull run. You think we're not, maybe not, even maybe not. Yeah, still early bull run. We're in a bull run, I think.
Yeah.
And better to get it beaten a bit than not in at all. But
Mm,
obviously, with things like the BRC20 tokens, they are so new. They are very high risk. You should be so if your whole portfolio, crypto portfolio is say like 5% of your net worth, you know, maybe like 1% of that should be BRC20 or 2% or 3%, something like that. You
yeah.
know, so that, you know, maybe like 70-80% is in the stronger coins like Bitcoin. And
Mm,
then the other 20-30% is like allocated to the other types of altcoins, you know. So even with the BRC20, we're talking, you know, very small amounts of money that, you know, I have a very small amount.
yeah. Me too.
And if
I
I want
know.
to add a little bit more, it'll be a tiny amount more, you know, just because if I put in $100 and it does very, very well, I could multiply up a lot. But I'm not
Yeah.
willing to risk more than that.
No, you'd be daft to. I mean, as well, it's quite tricky to buy as well. If you go on that ordinals, you need to have it's STX, isn't it, to bridge because you don't actually use USDT, you use a USD,
It's an
USDS,
SUSDT.
yeah,
Yes, that's Alex Labs.
but
Yeah, so
and
you
you
do
have to
need to be a little
bridge.
bit tech savvy
Yeah,
to use some of the dexes,
you
which is
you
which is why it's great. It is on something like Binance, Crypto.com because it is more accessible. You know,
yeah. And
uh,
if and I've only done this because I just thought I only, opened an Audi account because I've gone through 2 bull runs where I've missed these new coins, and I'm like, how have they got hold of them? And it's this complex method of having one coin so you can bridge to another, to then you can, you and the liquidity is just so low. Um, I mean, what I will say is, if you do buy on Ordi, do not just go in on a market buy. Set a limit. I mean, I was buying track not so long back, and I stupidly did like just a test market buy, and I paid twice the amount. I mean, literally, I spent $5 just seeing how
oh
it was
wow, right,
working.
okay.
And then like I set my buy at I think 30 cents for track, and it was up at 60. And because the liquidity is all over the place,
Mm,
I got my order filled because like somebody decided to sell. So, be careful on there. Look what the price is on the on Trading View, and then
good
just be
idea.
aware it's all over the place on Order. But
I
all
did exactly the same thing on Alex Labs yesterday. I had a little bit of money at bridge there, like where 6 months ago, whenever you told me about this. And I could see that the price of Ordi on there was like 13.90 yesterday. And on TradingView on the Binance where it's like 12.90. And I thought I just put it by order 12 and I went and made a cup of tea and came back and it had been filled.
build, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I
so
learned about Alex Labs. With the liquidity, it's all about, not Ordi, Ordinals. It's, yeah, Alex Labs. It's
it's not good. I don't know
no, no. And you see these huge moves one day, and it's not even moved on TradingView. You're like, it's up like 60%, and you're like, wow, what happened there? So it is tricky, but protect yourself with a limit buy, and you might get some like really decent buys in there because it does, it just drop and
yeah.
lift
Like
very, very well.
what would you think about the BRC20 tokens? You know, which ones would you say keep an eye on?
Audi, track, Nals, Sats is limit is it could be okay. Meme, MEME.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, there's Pepe that have already had its run, and now we don't know what it's going to do. It's just starting to turn again. Um,
Yeah.
for me, there's only Audit Nals,
And
track.
like, would you, if would you recommend putting a little bit of money in all those, or just picking one and going, right, I'm just going to put like $100 in that, or you
I
know,
would absolutely get some Nals because that's going to follow. If it's got to follow.
and where do you get Nals on Alex Labs or
Yeah, you can get that on Alex, and I think that Nals is even available on Gate.io.
okay, yeah, I
Uh,
got you here.
but yeah, Audit, Nals, track.
Yeah, Gate, yeah.
Um,
Look at
just
that
let me
rounded bottom, cat.
pardon.
That rounded bottom.
I know, love it. There's BR20 as well that's on Alex, that that's done absolutely nothing. There was a massive amount of hype around that, and I am
Yeah.
still watching that
What is
coin.
BR20 then?
BR20, no idea, no idea.
Okay.
Just that they had a huge amount of hype in the BRC20 chat rooms, and it's exclusive to Alex at the moment. But I think there's just four safe plays. Can you imagine me saying there's 4 safe plays in this BRC20 world that's been launched in March, and we don't know what it's all about and what it's going to do, but go ahead and do it. But yeah, what does it hurt to have like $400 on all 4
Yeah.
and just sit and wait, see what happens?
Yes. And sell them. Sell
Yeah,
them. Don't, yeah. But for now, Ordi is like doing really, really well. Yeah, just next time wherever it goes, wherever price goes, as soon as it pulls back to the 9, I'm like a little bit more, maybe like another $100, $200 as I'm going to put in, and then I'm just going to sit on it and watch it. It is like you said, it is one of those ones where it just maybe like it has its own cycle, and it just goes parabolic,
Yeah.
not in sync with the rest of the market. And in situations like that, it is a good idea, to start laddering out, taking profit, because nothing goes parabolic forever. But we will get
No.
to that if it happens. We're watching it. We'll see how it goes. We'll report back.
Yeah, I like I've said on the group, I thought I'd made a huge mistake. I sold like a quarter of my position at 1080, um, because I'm so used to Binance launching something and it doing an absolute drop. But what I'd worked out is now I sold the amount of money that I put in. So I've got three quarters of the coins that are free really to me. And I said to you, I'm like, oh, I've made a really like stupid mistake there selling. Um, and
Yeah.
really wanted to get back in. But as I say, I managed to buy a little bit at 12, and now I'm just waiting for pullbacks.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what you said to me that me mistake wasn't
Not a
that
mistake. That was really good risk management. Really good
yeah,
risk management to take profit after that huge pump. Like that was like a nearly 100% pump, out of finance, because they generally retrace a lot. So that was really good risk management. And now you got that profit, you put back in some it back in already, and then if there's another big pullback, you can put more in.
yeah,
I think that was actually very well done.
yeah.
So
And
what
I
it's
got
doing
my
here is unusual. I went down to the 4 hour, and I could see it was turning around here, being supported by the 9 and turning around. And that's what I thought. I think I'll buy. I think I might buy it.
yeah.
Life got no end. I fell asleep, and then I woke up and it
I
done it.
know. Oh,
You gotta
slipped
laugh.
through
You
that
gotta
one.
laugh. But like on the 4 hour, there is a bit of a bird happening, but it may not respect that. What you kind of find is when it comes to bull cycles and you're in the bull run, because birdives are going against the trend, they're not as well respected.
Yeah,
Especially at a point like this. So you can't always rely on bird divs and bull divs so much during very strong price movements. But yeah, so exciting. We'll keep an eye on ORDI and the others and see how it goes.
and tracks is well, track there's blue sky in it at the moment. It's
Track,
yeah.
track. I'm not in. I'm not in track. I'm not in track. I never got any. Yeah, look at it. Nuts.
Oh wow.
Go from here,
Yeah.
but
So I
300% from there. From here.
so
That was
I'm
only like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
yeah, I got some at 30.
excellent. No, it's great. It's great because, like we were saying before off air, like we were saying, it's just this is the start of the bull cycle. Where things just start going crazy and nuts, and you're like, oh my god, and it was such a long, depressing bear market. All the discords are dead. Ours has been alive. We've been in there all the whole time. Everyone's been quite beaten down, I think, by this bear market, by everything that's going on in the world as well. And it is just quite exciting to see all these things start to take off. But you can't be like you've missed it. Like you've missed it. I've missed my entry. I've missed it. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to do now. But you haven't missed it.
No.
Is what we're saying. You have not missed anything. This is only the beginning. And if there's certain things that you really want to get into, the likelihood of something like track coming back at some point and touching a fib, meeting the 9, meeting the 21, it may not come down like this. It may just drift and then bounce back up again. That is your entry. If you're looking for a technique and a strategy, as I would say, to get in, that's your strategy, because it may go on again to do another 500% or 10, 1,000%, whatever. You never know. So you haven't missed anything. Just stay calm. Don't chase green. Buy pullbacks. Buy dips.
Yeah, don't buy this.
Don't buy this. This is
Don't
not.
even think about buying this.
This is not, because it will retrace. It will. People take profit. And also, there's just a price people just won't pay anymore. There's no, I'm not buying it, I'm not paying any more for that. And then demand, supply comes in, people start selling, and then price goes down again. And then don't chase this, it will come back. Who knows where it'll come back to, but it will come back and probably touch the 9 at the very least. And then that's a good time to buy.
You know, you're never going to get out on the top on this at all. Like, it's just a case of like, you get out when you feel you need to, because I mean, RSI's overheated, your histogram's gone nuts.
Yeah,
it's a risk, and because my track is on Alex Labs, you know, all I can do is set buy orders. I can't really, you know, put stops and things as
okay,
such low liquidity. I don't know if, like, you know, it'll jump over a stop like it used to do in olden days. I mean, I'm going to go and look at it now and see what I can set to protect myself. But God, it's
Alex Labs is a decentralized exchange, but it's based on Bitcoin. It's based on the Bitcoin network, so it's stacks, not the protocol. That's like a built on Bitcoin, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's
only BRC20 tokens. That's all that they are about. You know, you won't be able to buy any ETH or Sol on there. It's all it's just purely and it's great that you know they've created just this exchange for BRC20s. They obviously have some very, very strong belief in there. Their Discord's really nice as well. They're all well prepared for, you know, servicing and helping you out and whatnot. It's I think it's here to stay.
Good. Well, we'll keep an eye on these BRC20 tokens, see how they get on, see how rich you become.
Yeah. It's a gamble. It's a big gamble but yeah, just tiny amounts.
Tiny amounts. Risk management, always.